Hey everybody, Trident Games here, and we're going to be covering the most recent Arid update. I'd say the most significant part about this update is the man himself, Rico A. Now this guy is going to be pretty interesting. So what he does, he has two shop options. He has Rico's Auction, which you can pay experience points for a variety of different items. And the best thing is that these will change weekly. These aren't a final verdict. These things will change weekly, so supposedly maybe in like the next week you could buy a freaking tank autoloader or some like random crap. He next has Rico's Exchange, where you can exchange valves for different types of equipment. Now I'm not sure if the currency he'll be using will change to something else, like maybe the next week it will change to electronics or something, but we'll just have to see. Then another thing is he has a news section, which supposedly, according to the patch notes, will correlate to some form of weekly event. What his dialogue says, zombies will probably have a higher drop chance, which means, you know, just more scavenging. Hooray. And then maybe the next event could be something like all the PMC camps in the map. We'll just have to see what comes in the future. Personally, I think the addition of Rico A into Arid is honestly pretty nice, because now that there's something weekly going on, people have an interest to hop on to see, you know, like what's up, and to keep the gameplay somewhat fresh. So some smaller changes towards the NPCs, so I'll focus on Eric right now. Changed up his handyman contract to where now he only requires 1 stack of lubricant instead of 2, making it 50% faster to complete this quest. When you talk to Red and go into the magazine section, there was a problem with the AR-16 offering Zolash magazines instead of the proper AR magazines, but now it's been fixed, so we can buy the proper magazine. Now with the NPC changes out of the way, we can now focus on a resource change. Ren, last update, made a double adamantine event where the regular recipe would yield twice as much of that resource. But sadly, the event has now been patched. You can no longer do this anymore. Along with those resource changes, we also had changes to the turrets, receiving a 20% increase in health, with the makeshift one going up from 100 to 120 and the regular one going from 400 to 480, which means base builders rejoice! You can now defend your base 20% better if you only use turrets. They also buffed the EOD suit to have slightly more mobility and even more protection from explosives, so I can now do things like this. Some locations have also been updated. For example, Said Palace, you can no longer do horde beacons, which I had no idea you could even do it in the first place, but now it's patched. And Ren fixed a floating boulder that was nearby train station. Credit goes to Thaz for reporting that to Ren. And that's pretty much for this update video. It's a very quick one. I think in the future I might think about compiling all of October's updates into one video, but we'll just have to see. Alright, thanks for watching. Later.